contest is scheduled for one fall, and it is for the World Heavyweight
Podcast.
Nerds!
Entering the ring at this time, your tag team champions of the podcast world, Howard Farewell.
Blue Magnet. But we're just waiting for the wheels to fall off.
Yes!
You guys cancel talking smack! Get rid of your six-sided ring array!
Josh Rivera.
God does not want this podcast to happen.
You happy I brought my shovel to bury this segment?
What station is it again? Who gives a fuck?
Yeah, but Dad, shut the fuck up.
You're tearing this podcast apart!
The World Heavyweight Podcast.
All right, here we go. Trying to still do this half on my own again. So welcome to the World Heavyweight Podcast, everyone.
There was a guy there, and now he's gone.
Now there's not. Now it's just me again. Hi, guys. Howie. That's Josh. Follow the show at the WHPC on Twitter, Facebook.com/World Heavyweight Podcast. Obviously, if you're watching right now, hopefully. Oh, boy, that's an echo
you
that
feel
I wasn't
that echo,
expecting. Right? Shit. Let's hope that's not in the real...
Pitching for the New York Mets, number 30, Mike Piazza.
I don't actually hear that in anything else.
It's just us.
It's not...
It's just
It's
the
only
headphones
our
in the
heads, I
studio.
think. Unless somebody in chat wants to let me know otherwise.
It's in our heads, basically.
It's all in our heads, Josh.
We are fighting.
Already up to a bang-up start. There's a lot to talk about, too. I'm just like, that just throw me off. I'm just not going with the headphones. Somebody that's in the chat right now, if it sounds like shit and echoey, please let me know, because it doesn't sound like that on my end, but I could be wrong.
Yeah.
Anyway, I haven't slept.
No, you haven't.
Well, I mean, I did, just like completely off from everybody else. By the way, we are recording this live from the Gas Digital Network Interrogation Center because we can. So if you want to listen to this train wreck of a show as it happens every week, live.
As we continue, they will be just adding more and more numbers to the victims on the walls.
We are live on twitch.tv/thewhpc. Yeah, give us a follow there. Watch us there. You can always still subscribe, as you do always, on iTunes, podcast, whatever thing that you've got. I'm completely off right now. I don't know why. It's probably, but no, I didn't get to bed until like 7 a.m.
Yeah.
I'm running on caffeine and
I'm
a
like,
dream.
Yeah, let's not get in the city late. You know,
Yeah, I know.
4 hours later. Yeah. Never again. Town sucks.
Not always.
It's
a good time. I don't mind the trip. Sometimes it's a little long. You're just salty about everything.
Yes,
these
I
days.
am.
You don't want to do anything.
Absolutely. Not on your time frame. Not on your schedule. Holy shit.
Whatever.
Yeah, it sucks.
Sometimes.
This place is a smelly dump. Come here in the summer, you get the best version of it.
You get all the smells.
Studio's great. Don't get me wrong. I am not at all dumping on the studio. It's just the island of Manhattan, and it's 3.2 million people living on this dump. It's the worst. It's terrible.
It's not always great. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
But you know what is great, Josh?
What's that?
All In is happening this weekend.
All In is happening
Well, there's
Saturday.
There's a lot of great things that have happened this week. I didn't think Raw was on the top of them. That's for sure.
You didn't even catch the end of Raw.
Oh, I hear Roman just got his ass kicked. Which is good, which I like.
Yeah. Apparently the main event of Raw is going to be 6-man battles for, a month? I don't know.
Hooray.
Maybe longer. Yeah.
Hooray.
You guys are still mad that... you guys still mad
I'm
about
not
Brock?
mad.
Are you all still mad about Brock?
I'm not mad about anything.
So we're going to get tag team matches. The least interesting tag team matches usually for me are single stars, especially a guy with a title involved. There are exceptions to that, namely NXT this week.
Let's talk about the
freaking awesome.
Let's talk about the good stuff first. First, Neville's back.
No, he's not.
Well, I mean, he's in the world. Like, we've heard news.
There is news.
Like, that he's out of contract. He's officially out of contract is the big rumor.
Free as a bird is the rumor.
That's what they say.
Yeah. Hashtag all in.
I do love the goofy shit that they've been doing on socials with that. Like, just finding Neville figures in the stores, just going,
it's like, oh, yeah. It beckons back to the days of harkens back to the days of Finn Balor holding the door open for a bull clutch. Like, where are these guys? They're coming, right?
Yeah, pretty much. But the rumor mill is abound for all of the potential that we've been talking about this for months. Like, I want to see all the matches. Give them all to me. Not just one or two. If he's willing to do them, all the matches. Because it's been far too long since that dude's been in a ring in a decent capacity whatsoever. He's been just sitting around at home. What?
Doing nothing.
What? How is that guy sitting at home?
You gotta ask yourself, like, that's like the first thing you would ask him if you ever had a chance to talk to him. Be like, hey man, so what have you been doing?
Yeah, like,
you haven't been losing your mind, right?
I would imagine after doing that, not now having any, like, you can't even do that. Like, you have no recourse. You can't do the thing that you've been paid to do. That's your job.
Yeah, you can't.
Sure, the money was good.
Depending on what he can and can't do anymore, he probably can't use that name anymore. Let's go back to Pac.
Right. Oh, right, for sure.
Yeah,
I'm just checking sound on this.
Yes, I am aware of this.
If I don't do this, it'll like now, especially because it's still echoing in your head.
Yeah, of course it is. But I got the volume down to nothing, so I just hear you over the headphones, which is perfect.
Well, we're not running
it's just fine.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course it is. Yeah, it doesn't sound. There's nothing wrong, so we're good there.
Yeah.
This is what happens when you don't actually have a producer or a monkey on the side.
I'm doing the simulated studio experience where I could just disconnect the plug and it's the same thing.
Exactly.
It's the same exact thing right now.
If we had production or stuff like that, which I will bring back eventually.
Nope, still bad.
It's probably something on the because this is a different setup than we have for the main studio.
Oh yeah.
There's that whole giant cool ass board over there, but the one over in here only has, like, it's an iPad that's running, like,
it's like a slapped together studio.
It's not slapped together, it's a board, but it's run through an app on a pad.
That's what I'm saying. It's not
instead
the
of
same
an
way.
actual, like, mechanical-ish board.
Yeah,
it is what it is.
Yeah,
it's still a pretty solid.
The dollars
studio.
went to that studio.
Oh yeah, this is the secondary,
and this is like I said, this is the one they made up out of thin air. They're like, well, we need another studio, but we're not pumping in those same dollars.
Oh no,
but we're gonna get the second best thing you could possibly get.
It's pretty much the portable Ralph studio.
Here. Yeah,
because this is Ralph's studio at his house.
Yeah,
but with.
And it's pretty, and that's what I'm saying. It's the second best thing you can get, considering what people make podcasts on.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
I've seen some setups from people.
I've seen some.
What are you doing? Like,
well, hold on. Say it into the microphone. They got to be able to hear you. They got to be able to hear you. Yeah, silly me. I'm gonna edit all this later.
And this bouncy house freaking chair, as comfortable as it is,
yeah.
I feel like I'm I'm half drunk and I haven't even had a full beer yet.
That's why the beverage that is currently being chilled is nowhere near the table. It's all the way over there. So no, whoops, and then water everywhere. I just said
screw it.
And then we're immediately kicked out of the studio. And no more of this bullshit.
I'll get another host.
No more of this.
How dare you talk down to the fans that are tuning in?
No, you know what I'm saying? It's this town. I hate this town. I hate coming here. This bullshit commute. That's the word I was looking for.
Fair enough. Yeah, no, the commute is terrible. It's
the worst.
It's not fun.
It's worst.
The But yeah, so theoretically Neville's back. He's in the world. We can rejoice somewhat. Because, and do you think he shows up this weekend? I mean, I don't think he's coming all. I mean, he might go to all. And hey, Croatia, thank you so much.
What are his odds?
Croatia.
What are his odds being at All In compared to, say, CM Punk?
They're way better than CM Punk. That's for sure.
Way better odds. Way better odds.
Like,
yeah,
I'll put it at 2-to-1 odds if you go like versus CM Punk. Like, yeah, no, it's probably Neville. Come on, get the fuck out of here.
It's for sure. I don't know, man. I
would love to see it, but because there's so many like he could. What did I say like 3 weeks ago? He could go to New Japan and be the greatest thing ever.
Yes.
He could just be Osprey. Come on.
I mean, for all we know, they have that surprise already planned.
I hope so.
We just all found out that, oh, by the way, he's not contractually connected to WWE anymore. So immediately we're like, oh my God, could he possibly be at All In? He's like,
of course it's possible.
Yeah.
Anything's possible.
He probably is, and like booked at it because I mean the card's out there, but you know it's
their
indie show.
Yeah,
they
their
could
show.
They could just be like, oh yeah,
this is a triple threat now.
Yeah. Oh, so and so's running late. Don't worry about it because we're about to we're about to have
everybody's
this
about to
match
shit
show up, and everyone's gonna be like, oh my God.
And
they'll be marking out for like 20 minutes
straight.
Oh
yeah, it's like go out there. You just walk out there. You'll kill 20 minutes.
Just walk out there. CM Punk shows up, and then Colt Cabana shows up and gives him throws his bill in his face, his lawyer's bill. Thanks, buddy. Welcome back, motherfucker. Make that a wrestling angle. Come on, that'll be hilarious.
Yeah, but he's not gonna do it.
No, I know.
Like he's just not in it anymore.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's just one of those things. Like people want it, but people
he's supporting the scene this weekend. He will. He'll be doing autograph signings.
Absolutely.
They sold like an entire
he's
hour's
gonna stay
worth.
I have no problem with what he's doing now. He does whatever he wants, but he doesn't want to be in the ring doing that anymore. And I kind of at the same time don't appreciate how he left either. So it is what it is. I mean, if you don't have it in you anymore to do it, I'm not gonna. When the fire goes out, it goes out. Like I understand completely.
I mean, just look at guys like Stu Bennett, former Bad News Barrett. He's still in the wrestling business,
right?
But he's helping out promotions,
right?
And his home country, like Defiant Wrestling, to try to get him on the map to make them a big name, because there's a lot of wrestling companies that could just
and they're doing really well for themselves over there, because that's a nice little market for wrestling now, because they don't get, like in America, we talk about this all the time, America gets all the wrestling. You know what I mean? Like,
you get a lot of it.
Because it's such a big country, and there's so many different places that you can stop in, whereas some place like in England, they have a much smaller amount of people to draw from. They've got the location of the world, so they only have so much to really work with. So the more promotions and more people that they can get to work is better. So I don't know.
Yeah,
it's a passionate market, and they don't have WWE coming into town like in New York or something like that. That at any time of the year, I can see maybe 6 or 7 WWE shows.
The indies have their territories. And there's just there are many more in the United
British
States.
scene's hot right now.
Especially some that is, you can just broadcast on Twitch now. And
they've got World of Sports just started again, too.
Yeah,
they got Defiant. They've got Progress.
Yeah.
And
then my only complaint about World of Sports is, goddamn, they got to tune back. They're overproduced. The production. Oh,
overproduced.
God. It is overproduced like fucking crazy. I'm watching the stream, a stream of it out there,
right?
And I'm watching the chat, and people are just like, "Oh my God, I'm getting a fucking headache trying to watch this match," because the constant camera cuts is an issue. But that's of course something they could fix in time. But yeah, check it out.
Right.
But my only problem is it's Saturday evening television in the UK, so it's hard to get online.
True.
It's not hard to get.
What's that?
Progress, which, by the way, they just released the Philly show.
Really?
They're releasing all the coast-to-coast shows that they did in the States with commentary, the regular works, and they just released Philadelphia, and I can't wait to check that out.
I don't think I'm recording right now.
Oh.
Like, it's streaming, but I don't have to record, so I'm going to have to pull the video somehow later. Shit. I knew I forgot to hit
You're just
something.
like, oh, man, I got a lot more work to do tonight, don't I? You're like, yep, yes, you do.
Possibly.
Quite
This is what happens when
possibly.
you go live and you don't have somebody doing a thing for you. But other interesting news, PWI, that's what I was looking up. The PWI 500 just came out this past week, right? Am I crazy?
I think so, because now people are complaining about it.
Well, yeah, of course. That's
just airing the usual stuff. Why so-and-so's here and not here.
I like the top 10. It's not a bad top 10.
Oh, it's a solid top 10. Don't get me wrong, but it's just
from the bottom up. The Miz at 10, Naito at 9, Cody Rhodes 8, Roman Reigns 7, Braun Strowman 6, Seth Rollins 5, Brock Lesnar 4, Okada 3, AJ 2, Kenny Omega 1. The reason that everybody doesn't know how to take this and there's always controversy is because they kind of kayfabe it up.
Oh, yeah.
This goes by, like, Brock Lesnar went the entire year holding the Universal title.
yeah.
That counts for a lot in this goofy poll.
Yes.
So that's why he's at number 4.
Well,
regardless of how long he's been around, the dude had a title reign that extended into 400 and something days.
I mean, one of the reasons why people are fans of pro wrestling is because it's something you can get made up stats from, or legit.
That's a legit stat, though.
That's a legit stat. Like, does it matter? Not really, but in this world, it does.
Yeah. Well, for their lists, yeah. And then the Miz, we said the Miz should be on the top of everybody's list last year.
I think this is finally recognition from the last 2 years of what he's been doing.
I forgot what he was last year. It doesn't have those right next to it.
I'm gonna guess it's not top 10.
Somebody had it on Twitter, but no, he did pretty well last year.
Oh yeah,
also. If memory serves me right, I just don't remember what it was.
Top 50, top 30, something like that. It's up there.
He's up there. He should have been, or he was Wrestler of the Year for some people last year. So there's really not a whole lot of an argument there either.
Yeah, because you're just doing you had the most interesting story going on. It still is. It's one of those. It's one of those angles where we're just like, yeah, man. It's
Jesus Christ. This person tweets so much. She had the perfect freaking list with all the ones from last year, but tweets so goddamn much that I have to, like, I can't just.
Fuck,
there it
where
is.
is it?
The Miz was exactly where he is this year. Last year he was at number 10,
same spot. Okay,
top 10.
So he has been getting that recognition.
Naito moved up from 12 to 9. Cody was 33. He pretty much gets that because he sold out an indie show to a stadium.
Him and the Bucks arguably have a very large market of the industry right now. Yeah, they do have a sizable market when they could sell out a show that WWE's not even in town for.
Roman and Braun, I definitely understand. That makes complete sense to me.
Where was Roman on that list?
7, and then Braun at 6. Because Roman's been fighting for the title all year. His main evented shows.
Yeah.
Like if we're
Conspiracy Roman was the greatest angle ever. Oh my god.
Like
how awesome was that?
I hated it. For like the 2 weeks that he started bitching and complaining, I'm like, what are you doing? You're out of your mind. What the fuck? But but then he had the feud with Braun. Braun has been throwing people around the fucking arena the entire time. Rollins has had a hell of a year.
They really wrote themselves into a weird spot right now with
I really have no complaints about the top 10
with Roman and Braun, but yeah, it's not a question why it's in the top 10. It's not a question.
Seth, Brock makes perfect sense. Like, love him or hate him, Brock's gonna Brock. The Okada one makes perfect sense. He was number 1 last year. He had the title 75% of this year so far. Right? So who the
like, I wouldn't say 75% of this year.
He's had most of it this year.
He dropped it. What was it, like 6 months after?
All right, half the year. Either way, a lot of fucking time because he's had it for over a year.
Yeah, forever.
That's a lot of time. And then AJ, because he's the AJ has had way much. AJ's number 2 because of kayfabe for sure, because he's the longest reigning WWE champion in a long freaking time.
Yeah,
like he's at like almost 200 days now, right?
I remember what Samoa Joe said. It's him and AJ are the best.
Oh yeah, I mean Samoa Joe just never shows up on these lists.
No,
like, unless it's like Ring of Honor 2007.
That's weird too. Yeah.
Yeah, he did have that ROH title run. I knew he had an ROH title run earlier this year, Cody. So
he did.
And did we talk about it last week? Dalton Castle's broken back.
No, I don't think we
Dalton
did.
Castle has a broken back, folks. I don't know if anybody else heard that.
Yeah,
but we heard it from the man himself on stage.
That's right. We got the scoop. On an episode of Not Sam that is too hot for TV.
That was an exclusive.
I'm pretty sure a lot of it is not going to air.
No, because I think he only did the first 2 so far, and then he's going to just do regular stuff because make that like, oh well, you had to be there to see it.
Yeah.
But yeah. Dalton Castle had a broken freaking back for like a year. What the fuck?
Yeah, it's up there with Kurt Angle's broken neck. Like, how is it? How are you still doing this? Gold medal.
No idea.
Yep. World champion for what was it about? How long was that reign about? About 6-7 months, I think it was. It went.
I have no idea. I'm awful with time.
You're awful with time. Yes, I know. I'm going to go ahead and say it's about 6 months with a broken freaking back.
Sure.
It's insane.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Dalton. Yeah. I thought you were talking about Kurt.
No. We already talked about that.
3 to 6 months at the very least. He's been wrestling with.
He had the world title for 6 months, and he was defending that thing regularly. Obviously, doing a lot of it on TV, but goddamn, dude. It was insane.
And then Kenny Omega. He beats the guy that hasn't been beaten for over 2 years. You're goddamn right. That makes you number 1.
And then
if you beat the number 1 guy, guess what? Now you're number 1.
Yeah, now you're number 1. And then what's going to happen next year? Because G1's over.
Right.
Tanahashi is going to be his opponent at Wrestle Kingdom.
I like it. We haven't seen it.
It's great.
I haven't seen it.
I haven't seen it. Not in a long time.
I think you said it the best about.
Who else is there?
Tanahashi being around is a perfect foil for anybody or something like that. It's like, oh yeah, we just got this Tanahashi lying around over here. Let's bring it back out.
Hey, look at this! I'm on top of the world. I'm finally number 1 at New Japan. And then what's that? What's that I hear? It is Japanese.
Go, Japanese John Cena just right around the corner.
Pretty much. Come on! It's the match I need.
Hit the trumpets.
Needs to happen. Hit the trumpets. Hit the guitars.
I have no idea what's on the All In show. I know that there's an NWA title match.
Yes. There is a battle royal for a shot at the Ring of Honor title because Jay Lethal will be there with it.
Right.
I
have not paid any attention to Ring of Honor, to be completely honest with you guys. I just don't have the time. If I'm expected to sort of just know what's happening on the mainstream stuff.
Well, now's the perfect time to do it because there's only 3-4 stories to follow.
I guess
that
it's just, I don't know,
that you would follow on WWE, and the rest of your time should be on all this other shit. That's great.
It's just I don't want to devote my whole essence of being into the world of pro wrestling.
But I want to talk about it.
I want to have some
live,
but I want to have some other hobbies. Like I in order to have other hobbies, I have to not watch wrestling all the fucking time. Because if I watch it too goddamn much, then I'm going to heave my computer across the room. And then
when something doesn't go right,
I'll just get upset. I'm just going to get annoyed, and it'll be ridiculous and stupid. And I don't want to ruin it by overkilling myself with freaking wrestling. So
all right. Well, then let's just talk about the card. I got the card.
Yeah,
right
what's
here.
the card?
So we got that NWA World.
I'm sure it's
going
to be a great show.
Okada versus Marty Scurll in a singles match.
That'll be fun.
Joey Janela with Penelope Ford against Hangman Page in a Chicago street fight.
Oh boy,
that should be fun.
Oh boy,
we got a big six-man tag team match. Rey Mysterio teaming up with Phoenix and El Bandito.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I threw
Says Janela's
Sorry,
wrestling
I
mark.
threw the L in there. I just saw Bandito, and I said El Bandito.
Oh, that's fine. That's
I had to
fair.
generico it up a little bit. Versus the Golden Elite, Matt Jackson, Nick Jackson,
Right, I know who they are.
and Kota Ibushi.
Oh, yep.
Yeah.
That's a big freaking show, man.
Dude, it's gonna be the other singles match: Christopher Daniels versus Stephen Amell.
Right. I forgot they booked Arrow.
The Briscoes are gonna have a tag team match with SoCal Uncensored.
Okay. That's still going?
Yeah. Well, if I remember correctly, storyline wise, they have to have gold by Final Battle this year, or they're out of a job. SoCal Uncensored.
Oh, like that's from the
storyline wise, I think. Yeah, because of negotiations with Ring of Honor management. No, I'm sorry, you said it right. The president of Sinclair Broadcast.
Yeah.
They have to have gold by Final Battle, or they're out of a job.
I like those angles.
Because because their contracts are up, and it's like, all right, you're done.
If you're not champion, we can't sign you again.
Pretty much. It's just
what
are you doing here, buddy?
You're pretty much hijacking us for money at that point.
Over budget battle royal. I had to say the name of it because it's just way better that way. It's a 15-person battle royal. You're gonna have four-way with ladies: Madison Rayne, Britt Baker, baby, Chelsea Green, Tessa Blanchard. That Ring of Honor World Title match with Jay Lethal, and finally Kenny Omega versus Pentagon.
Oh, right.
Junior, yeah, it's gonna be great.
Is that gonna be for a title?
It doesn't say. It's just a singles match because
it's gonna be good, man.
Because I don't think it's going to be a title match on this show.
It's just a Superstars of Wrestling show.
I mean, come on. If the New Japan president is there, which he should be, right?
Makes the match
supporting his talent. You got to make that official, right? Make that official. Yeah. How great would that be?
I'm really excited for the possibilities of Neville being there. Oh boy.
It's going to be a long show. There's
excuse me.
10 matches on the card. That you never used.
Oh my god.
Oh geez.
Yeah, I'm dying now,
boy.
folks. Now the show's gonna get fun.
And then we get to breathe the air outside.
Yeah, right. Hey, I turned on the AC.
Yes.
It's all good.
No, in here is great. In here is stellar.
What do you got? What have you been enjoying this week? Bring me back in. Help me help the show.
I have been busy with schoolwork.
Well, I meant
what
wrestling.
I've been
like what
trying to be.
What do I need to do to get back into Raw? Because I forgot that there was another half of show for me to watch.
Well,
because I just can't. Like, I was watching it and I'm like, I can't do this.
Well, I'm curious where this angle is going to go.
Which one?
Well, I remember I showed you an interview, Kevin Owens talking about his comments on All In.
Interesting.
He said, hey, I also signed a new multi-year deal with WWE I'm very happy with, blah, blah, blah. Loses to Seth Rollins on Monday Night Raw.
But he quits.
Quits. I'm out. And he just makes his way out the arena.
That is like, let's try and get into the good things of Raw. That's one of them for sure.
And following that,
the match was great too. Open challenge, perfect. Kevin Owens, perfect. You know what? I couldn't think of any place
awesome.
better. Well, actually, I could. It's Montreal.
Montreal, Quebec.
And then just shits on them in French.
Because I think the last time you really saw that for a championship was like a Hell in a Cell like 3 years ago, and that match got lost in the other two Hell in a Cell matches that happened that same year.
Because that was also
that same show.
That was New Day and the Usos too. And
New Days and Usos was last year. If you go the year or two before that,
when it was a Raw pay-per-view and they had 3 of them,
and
Daniel Bryan was shitting on them for having, you know what's better than 1? 3.
And you can make them all for the championship of the universe
of the galaxy.
Put the 3 cells on top of each other, stack them, get it all done in one shot.
It sounds like a good idea. It's not a good idea.
It's a terrible idea because it started with Rusev Roman Reigns for the U.S. Championship, and that was like a what the fuck kind of finish on that.
Don't remind me.
And then that match got lost in it because I think it was Seth Rollins versus Kevin Owens.
Which Hell in a Cell was that?
I'm pretty sure it was 2015, maybe 2016 Hell in a Cell. It was one of those two. Or
I think that's too far back.
I had to have been 2016 then.
Yeah, I think 2016 probably makes more sense. Yeah, because that was Charlotte Sasha, and then there was also Hell in a Cell. Charlotte Sasha, KO, and Seth Rollins.
Yeah, okay.
With Chris Jericho in his corner.
Yep.
And then Roman and Rusev in the Hell in a Cell too.
Yeah, way too much. It
was way too much.
You've completely that match with Jericho and not Jericho,
Kevin Owens and
Seth Rollins was awesome, but you completely forgot about it because it was just overbooked.
Yeah, because it was the third Hell in a Cell match that night. Like, it was the second.
It was the one in the middle, and you forgot about the one in the middle. I remember the first one because we were like, what the fuck?
Yeah, and take off your tear off his vest.
Yes.
It's Hell in a Cell. Beat the piss out of him.
Right?
Like, it obviously looks like the vest is screwing with, like, it's absorbing the damage.
Yeah.
It's obviously absorbing the damage. Be a dirtbag fucking heel and tear that shit off of him. Let me see that Roman chest.
Give us
glistening in the lights.
Give us another
something for the ladies.
Rusev run with the U.S. title.
I don't have the promos, but
yeah.
give something for the ladies.
Insert it right here.
Yeah, right there. I mean, come on. It's the only guy without a freaking.
It was nuts.
Didn't make sense.
It was nuts. But that was 2 years ago. That was 2 years ago where they overdid it.
Well, how are we getting into? All right, Kevin Owens quitting.
Yes,
is probably the best story on that show right now.
Yeah, I'd say that would be the best story. The main event, which you missed, was it was Braun.
It was Braun getting.
I can't wait to see this tag.
Letting
match.
Roman get his ass kicked.
Roman got his ass kicked, and he was looking for the tag, and Braun's like, "No, I'm enjoying this right now."
Yeah, exactly.
Continue, please. Continue. And then he gets in the ring.
Oh yes, I'd like to see more of this. Seize him.
And you can say the controversial part was Braun raising the hands of Dolphin McIntyre, like, yeah, we kicked the shit out of him. Love us. That's why some people are just like, what's going on here?
We're making him heel Braun again, but he's not. Everybody wants to see him just beat the shit out of everything.
That's the question.
You can keep trying to make him heel.
It felt like a heel turn, and just like, are they? I thought things were going great with babyface Braun. Why are you changing it now? Because of Roman Reigns? Is that it? It's because it's versus the Shield, and we gotta like the Shield. Maybe I don't like the Shield.
Yeah, maybe they're doing stuff and they're beating up my heroes again.
They're robbing me of entertainment by giving me the Shield, as opposed to Seth Rollins doing a singles run. Dean doing a goddamn singles run and beating the crap out of everybody. We had like a little taste of it.
Yeah.
A little taste of it. I can see myself breaking your face. You're crying. And it's one of the best segments. And he didn't say a lot. He didn't have to say a lot. It was awesome.
We're
getting robbed of that right now.
There's this weird thing that they're trying to do both at the same time with the Shield.
We got all these top guys. Let's put them all on the show at the same time.
And that's fine.
I mean, I'm sure it's good for business, but I'm just like...
For me, for storytelling wise, you can't really do both at the same time. You have to do one or the other, or else it doesn't make sense. Because if you have three separate characters working independently, and kind of like two of them are face and one of them's whatever you want to call Roman, as he gets both. But you've got them doing three independent things, but then all of a sudden, for some reason, they're also doing this thing where there's the three of them, and it's really difficult to do properly, to do that. Like, you got it, but they all have to be on the same page, and it doesn't feel like any of them are on the same page. Seth is doing super over face stuff when he's in this match against Kevin Owens. Oh, excuse me. But then he goes and then screws one of the most over guys in the company that's like making little kids go, "Brah!" and like he's like I want him to sell the beards. How are they not selling Braun beards? Really?
I don't know. Maybe they are. I don't pay too much attention to WWE
need Braun
merch.
beards yesterday.
Yeah.
Like, I really do. I don't need one because mine's magnificent also, but you got to sell some for the kiddos that can't do this. Get one for Tom or something. I love the idea. They've done it before.
Get that merch money.
They've done it before.
Yeah.
But that's what I mean. Like, the Shield attacking somebody like Braun makes them the bad guys in this situation.
You'd think so, right?
Like, to
Braun
me,
did the babyface thing before that match even happened, which was hand in his contract and like make sure this gets
like
there.
I'm challenging you ahead of time.
That's a babyface
You know
thing.
where it's coming from.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna
Prepare
sneak in
yourself.
and do this. So the Shield attacking them kind of makes me want to boo them.
You're confused, right?
Like, I'm
I thought
confused. That's
what we're trying to do here.
Right.
Like I was about to boo the Shield.
Like I can't like them if they're beating up my favorite guys that are doing good guy things.
Exactly.
Like it makes my reptile brain go away.
It feels like this is. It feels like this is something you shouldn't like, but you know what else is similar to that? But you love it every time. Is on NXT. They had a tag team match between Undisputed. You love Undisputed, don't you?
Oh, I love me some Undisputed.
You like some Undisputed
almost
every day.
as much as I love a fake baby.
It's like fake baby, undisputed right below it. It's like right there.
It's real close.
It's real close. It's splitting hairs.
I can see Undisputed Era more than I can see Fake Baby, so they're kind of on par.
So you got Undisputed, aka almost Fake Baby,
Fake Baby,
versus Ricochet and Pete Dunne.
Okay.
And you're thinking like, all right, you as a fan must be like, oh, well, I'm just gonna have to cheer both of these guys.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, I'm just gonna mark it like, oh yeah, do the thing, please. Oh, we're all doing the thing. Thank you.
It's like, why can't we have this? Why can't we have like a similar feeling in WWE where it's just like, all right, if we're gonna boo the Shield, we're gonna boo the Shield. If we're gonna boo Braun, you're gonna boo Braun. But then you make this. Then you form this crew together. I'm like, wait, what does he have to do with Dolph?
It just makes you confused because then they're not going to talk about it next week.
Yeah, they're not going to address it. I mean, or if they do address it, and Braun's like, I do what I want, and if you step out of line, I'm killing you next.
Fair enough.
You know, I don't know.
That's the Braun I want anyway. Like, just he's a giant dude that throws cars and shit.
He had next, remember?
Yeah.
He had next.
Still bothered about that. Like,
Yeah,
you've been buried under a stage and still won the match.
I mean, that comes up.
Close.
That comes up every time when they book themselves into a weird spot, and it's just like, well, how am I supposed to believe this when this guy survived this? You gotta remember, survive doesn't mean he can't. He was in one of those matches. Ended the show.
What was the
It disappeared with him being like, well, he's dead now, I guess. I think we just killed a man. Let's get the hell out of town. That's a reasonable thing to do.
Fade to black. We gotta go.
We gotta go. Don't worry, I'm going to be at the next show because I have a job to do. Oh my God, there's that guy we thought we killed. Let's get the hell out of here. Ms. Taraj running for her lives was pretty fun.
Oh yeah, it was fantastic.
I missed that. That was great.
I was gonna go somewhere else. We did get to see Trish Stratus this week.
We did,
which was kind of cool.
And Trish, I think you brought it to me the other day.
As fantastic as ever, by the way.
Hot as hell.
I'm just saying, she's ready to go. She was ready to go last week.
Oh, absolutely.
Like, she's ready to go.
Let's make some money.
Yeah, man.
She, you said to me the other day, or earlier today, I think it was, it's like.
By the way, before we get into Trish Stratus, Elias.
Yeah.
Greatest thing ever. Like, are we really having this discussion right now? Why isn't he in the top 10?
Yeah, this dumb Toronto. For real. That is a good question, sir.
He gets me in every time.
How are we, bickering about spots on the PWI top 500, and Elias is nowhere near there, but gives you all the entertainment you desire.
Because they're kayfabing it, and championships matter to the PWI 500.
Apparently, a lot.
Artistic genius,
yeah,
not always a factor.
draw, not necessarily the factor, I guess, in this thing, because he's a massive draw. He outsells Springsteen. Remember that.
You know what? I forgot that. Thank you for correcting me.
He's gonna just throw up some fucking fake numbers.
You should. Why wouldn't you? It makes perfect fucking sense. The what the
So
fuck
they
was
did
it?
that because they got to put over Evolution pay-per-view.
Oh yeah, that's,
which
of course,
Trish Stratus
of course.
is on.
But she's from Toronto.
Yeah.
She lives there. Like, she can just show up at a show.
She has a
and
match.
The gigantic pop that you're supposed to
Yeah.
get.
She has a match on that pay-per-view.
Yeah,
I believe,
Alexa Bliss.
against Alexa Bliss.
Yeah.
Who had the title.
Yeah.
It
Well,
doesn't
that's
have
why
the
they took it
title
off
anymore.
her. That makes perfect sense now. It's
Yeah.
like, oh, yeah, we
It's
can't
just
have
like, yeah.
we can't have the title involved going into this pay-per-view, because if we do, everyone's going to get confused.
Yes.
Like, they do some things right the certain times. Like, I would be worried that they give it to her, too.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, you don't need Trish Stratus right now.
You know, it's kind of like
That's why, like, I'm
it's kind of like Bret Hart winning the United States Championship.
Oh my God. I can't
in 2010.
Believe that, I can't believe that was
What?
real. We looked like they mentioned that with the U.S. title match on
Cole
SmackDown.
mentions that on the SmackDown, and we're all like, no, that doesn't make any sense.
That's not true.
He's got to be wrong.
2010?
2010? I thought he hated WWE in 2010.
But that was only 8 years ago. I thought he was done with wrestling.
It was only
at that
8 years
point.
ago. They made him U.S. champion.
It was really recent.
He beat The Miz on live TV.
It was way more recent than I thought
Yeah.
his last title
Yeah.
reign was.
Mind blowing.
I thought his last title reign was like 2007 or 8 or something like
Yeah,
that.
maybe.
I didn't know that he was even a part of the fucking company.
I thought he was.
2010.
I thought he was out after WCW went under.
No, he had come back for, I don't know. I don't remember the Bret Hart
Yeah,
timeline.
that's
here.
what I'm saying. I
But
thought he was
still,
done.
But like, he
Done
had
skis.
this whole thing, and then he comes back like 2010. What the fuck?
Yeah.
In the Bret Hart timeline, that's real late in the timeline.
I really liked how you didn't have to scroll too far before you came across an article saying the biggest insult to wrestling fans today is putting the United States Championship on Bret Hart in 2010. What the fuck?
Really?
What's the name of the article? Like it was clickbait at its best.
But even at the time, because he had to beat the Miz for it too, and
Yeah.
the Miz was like the blue chipper. It was, but that goes into why I kind of don't. I'm hoping that Alexa Bliss wins this match. At,
I mean,
Evolution,
well, now she
because
doesn't
that's
necessarily have
perfect.
to.
That's my perfect argument, though.
Yeah.
Is why are we bringing back somebody from? Well, yeah, almost what 15 years ago now.
Yeah, she retired in like 2003.
Okay,
or
fair
something
enough.
like that.
That's a
Yeah.
ballpark.
Yeah.
Ballpark.
15 years ago. I think you
Ballpark.
said exactly. Yeah.
When we have a stacked roster of ladies,
Right.
why do we should be selling the new people, not the old stuff? But that's what I mean. Like, no, you can still get. Oh, Trish Stratus is having a match. You get all the signings. You get all the merch.
Yeah.
You get all the big show. You get
Big
all the
draw.
pay. You do all that stuff.
It's a business decision.
But then Trish Stratus loses because she has to lose because
Does she?
it's not about her anymore. Like, why we can't hitch our wagon to something that
This
did that
pay-per-view
20
isn't
years ago.
necessarily about
But the new
a particular
I don't
storyline.
like legends that are never here.
Yeah.
Beating people unless it's that are here every single day.
Yeah.
On this show, unless it's an extreme occurrence like The Rock comes back and he beats
Well,
Zack
that's the
Ryder
point I'm
type.
trying to make. You don't think
But no. But
they'll
The
have
Rock,
Alexa put her over
the
and
only
then
people that The Rock beats are
she's gone, and then she's gone after that.
But that's what I'm saying. If she beats Alexa Bliss, then she disappears and there's nothing to it. Like,
who's
we
the
don't
female version of The Rock right now for the
Ronda Rousey.
women wrestling of The Rock? We're talking Attitude Era. We're not talking current.
It's Trish or Lita.
Yeah, there you go. So,
But-
it's not completely out of the realm to
Yeah,
have
I
them
guess.
put one of them over on a pay-per-view called Evolution, which is the celebration of women's
But then
wrestling.
there you go. Evolution. It's the evolution from then to now.
She doesn't
so
have
you
to
have
be,
the legend.
Alexa Bliss doesn't have to be
lose,
that evolution story. It could be someone
But
else.
that makes more sense to me, though. If you're like, if
Oh, you're trying to
Pass
book
the
that makes
torch.
sense. Oh, we're talking the wrong language here.
Yeah, sorry.
It's all about the
I
dollars.
apologize. Yeah, well,
It's
I
about the
know,
dollar
but I
signs.
think you can do both.
You can.
You put over the new talent instead of still relying on something you did 20 years ago.
saying,
because that's not what the current thing is now.
I'm saying
It's her, not
saying
her.
having Trish back in a non-title match because
Again,
Alexa doesn't
having
even
her
have the
back.
title.
I don't have a problem with her being back. I
Yeah.
just feel like if she wins, she's not coming back full time.
No,
So what's
she's not.
the point?
The point is, that could be the feel good moment of the pay per view. You know,
There's plenty of those.
there's as I'm saying. There's going to be
Like-
plenty of other opportunities to put over who's currently on the roster.
I just don't
and then
like
you got one or two
focusing-
legends you're going to put
I just
over.
don't like focusing on the past when you're building your future.
You-
You don't give yes,
Yeah.
you give them their credit. They're credible. They've done what they've done,
Yeah.
but at the same time, to have
They
those
do this
people
all the- they've done
lose,
this all
you
the time, though.
sacrifice the credibility of their future.
They
And that's my
do
problem.
this all the time. It's a business. It's a straight up business move.
And I
They
think
do this
it's-
all the time. It just takes every couple of years. They have a legend come back. Though
Again,
they may have an angle. They may not.
I have no problems with
Someone's getting putting them over at some point.
But I mean, they're already over, is what I'm saying. They
I
don't
know.
need to be put over.
But The
yeah.
Rock still beats the shit out of Eric Rowan in 8 seconds,
Yeah, well, 'cause
and you're
those-
gonna call that a WrestleMania moment. How shitty did that make Rowan look?
Oh yeah.
Who did it? You remember I forgot who asked the question, but I remember some one particular wrestler on a podcast said, "Who did he piss off in the back to get that to have that done to him?" Like this is regular business. They're gonna treat ladies exactly like they treat the guys, and they do this shit to the men's division all the time. It's just
one of those things
we
that
forget about them.
It doesn't make a whole lot of sense.
No, it doesn't.
Like the Wyatts losing to Undertaker and Kane. In the
Yeah,
long run,
zero
what does
sense.
What does that do for anybody?
And what was that? That was say it with me,
Burial.
business decision.
Oh,
Yeah,
burial.
they clearly valued the Brothers of Destruction over the Wyatt family, which they shouldn't, but they
because
did.
they're not going to make more money off of that. Like
You get, I think you get like you probably get a pop
You get a
in
bump,
revenue.
for
I imagine you get a
sure.
bump in revenue,
Sure.
and you know that's not going to last, so you're going to do it and then pretend it never happened. Move on to another thing. It's got to be something like that that makes it
guess.
work. I don't know. Look what we're doing. We're pondering how WWE wrestling works. But you know what we know works and is great? NXT.
Oh yeah, it
It's
is.
freaking awesome. You got to watch NXT, man.
Well, but what I wanted to what are they? Becky Lynch still has the most justified heel turn ever.
Absolutely. Like that. Like
Oh my god!
You got a
Oh my
You got a
God.
problem.
And like you want to talk straight fire? Yeah. Now I get it because now we're actually seeing some of it.
Yeah,
Because we
didn't really have to wait. And the timing was perfect. She had these string of matches. We're like, why does she keep getting these matches? But she keeps getting all these W's.
Right.
And then Charlotte comes back out of
and
nowhere.
just gets her shot.
She's like, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and take this championship opportunity. You don't mind, right? And she's like, yeah, that's fine. I'm
No,
okay
I don't
with
mind
this.
at all.
I don't mind at all, you bitch. How dare you? Yeah. And then we didn't have to wait for her to let her know how she felt.
Oh,
it
not
was
at all.
immediate.
Yeah.
And it was
Perfectly
fantastic.
justified. And just like everything she's doing now is the greatest. Like I liked Becky before. I fucking love her now.
Yeah.
And because it's such everybody can identify with some shit like that. Like this bitch has been doing this fucking thing to me, like, and she gets it. Why? Son of a bitch. Have I not been working my balls off over here? Everybody identifies.
Charlotte's in trouble, man. The Iron Sheik is back in Becky, apparently.
Oh, yeah.
I know you saw that tweet,
Make
right?
her humble.
I would make her humble.
You should make her humble, Becky.
Break her back.
Right. I put you in camel clutch, make you humble.
Whereas it said break the Earth's back. I was like, damn.
Good. Sheik is so weird.
He is.
What other cool things happened this week? Jeff Hardy did a thing.
Oh yeah,
Right?
Jeff Hardy became is a badass now, and just like, you know what? Enough of this shit. Where Randy Orton just beats the crap out of him.
Yeah.
I'd like to see more of that, but an actual
That's
match.
turning
counts.
into Hell in a Cell. Like that's of all the things that we were talking about going into Hell in a Cell.
You did not expect
was
that one.
not one of the matches I was expecting to be inside the damn cell. Like I had no thought in my mind that would even be a possibility, but that's one of them, I guess. And then
My question is,
they're
like, is that the one that's going to
they're
get
gonna-
lost in the middle, potentially?
Well, if they do 3, I hope they don't do any more because they've got 2 booked. You got the Braun fucking Roman thing, which might turn into Brock.
Brock.
Hey, he said he wanted a match at Hell in a Cell, so. And then you've got Jeff Hardy, Randy Orton, which really, like, I guess they've been building it up because he's been beating the piss out of him every week. Look, not what I expected to be in Hell in a Cell.
Took his title off him, then proceeded to humiliate him some more.
He did.
It's
Who's Shinsuke got, by the way? I feel like that's getting lost in all.
Does Shinsuke like he doesn't? Like, I don't think he has a title match.
I don't think he does either.
I think this title's cooling off this month here.
Was that you? That buzzing?
That was probably me buzzing.
Okay. But you wanted to get into NXT.
Yeah,
NXT. We are getting to time, sir.
Regal's investigation continues.
Yes.
No. You have to start with the episode right off the bat because right off the bat, who shows up? Johnny Wrestling comes walking in with his cane to a very interestingly mixed reaction of people are just like, "Yay, Johnny's back." Dude, you've been what's on your mind, man? What's going on here? That performance was not stellar. He admits that he is becoming the person he hates.
Perfect.
He admits it.
Exactly.
I don't even want to say his name.
For weeks.
I've been becoming Tommaso Ciampa. Boo! Just uttering his name is like uttering the name of Voldemort in the Hogwarts universe. It's clearly the scourge of the entire brand.
Yeah, boo this man. Like, he doesn't deserve your cheers.
Absolutely, he doesn't deserve your praise. Your respect.
I told you they were doing it. I said at the second match, this is what they were doing. What else is going? Like, that's the biggest thing there. Ladies, actually, I don't know. I haven't seen NXT.
Yes. Well, I'm going to tell you what's going to happen, and a certain somebody is tired of Johnny hogging all the spotlight, and that's the Velveteen Dream, who's going to have a TV match with Johnny Wrestling next week.
Excellent.
Like there are
no spoilers here.
It's
folks.
like, hey guys, you see the?
There goes the computer.
It's down. Oh, we're down. You see, this is the direction we're going with it, and it's coming right away.
Good. I was wondering what the Dream was going to have.
Yeah.
He's still my favorite character.
There's Regal's still asking people, did you have anything to do with Aleister Black's
straight
attack?
up asking.
He's straight up like Johnny, this is great what you're talking about and all that, but did you attack Aleister Black?
Just straight up asking. It's like, no. Even if I did, no.
He doesn't say no.
He just does the walk away?
He goes, look at my face and tell me if I did it or not. Like, come on, bro. Really, you think I did this? But we're all just like...
Yeah, we kind of think you might have done this.
You absolutely do have motivation. You were just talking about how you're becoming a giant piece of garbage, like he who would not be named.
Yeah.
Tommaso Ciampa. Remember that one Vine video with the little squirrel?
Shit. What's you were talking about Undisputed before?
Yes.
What's the Bebe up to?
Oh, the Bebe looks like he still wants. He's probably going to get another championship opportunity at North American title.
Right.
That's not off his radar right
Contractual obligated rematch.
Yeah. So they had this tag team match, and the reason why he told O'Reilly to stay ringside is because he wanted a piece of that man over there. And we're all like, yeah, we're getting a rematch. We're at some point, and it's gonna have to compare to the first, because the first one was pretty freaking nuts.
Yeah, that might be one of the matches of the year so far. Like, I can't say it's not.
Part of me, though, like, wants Cole just to move on from that title and, you know, have a Ricochet run with it, considering, like, they could bounce it right back. I don't really want that to happen. Either. I just want, like, let's pick a direction and go with it. But you know what? We don't have to worry about that too much, because it's NXT.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I really don't have to, like, I've never watched a show where I don't care where the direction really is headed, because the asking of the question is like, ooh, where are we going? It's the same thing I said last week. Raw is hoping for better, is hoping for next week. NXT is I can't wait for next week. It's a huge difference. It's leaps and bounds, just a completely different universe, and it kind of drives me crazy.
You see, in this episode, I think the one scene you see a lot besides the ring is Regal's office booking matches for upcoming weeks.
Okay.
Sanity's replacement is already there. It's Steve Cutler and his gang.
Oh, yeah. I've heard of those.
Him.
Like the Outsiders or some shit.
Yeah. There's got some goofy name.
It's something.
I'm just glad that it's Wesley Blake is in it.
Yeah, he's something bad.
And he's just like dropped the Hollywood blonde gimmick that he was obviously going for. And just like, no, we're just a bunch of a bunch of
rugged dudes.
Yeah, look like a bunch of motorcycle dudes, because they all got their membership jackets and shit on. They're getting their opportunity. Oh, and whatchamacallit? The rugged Oni Lorcan,
okay,
and
Danny
Burch are coming back in a couple weeks. I can't wait to see
the shit out of some people.
Yeah, I got to see get some fists and some kicks, man. It's gonna be great.
Sounds great. What else was going on this week? The All In Saturday.
So All In's happening on Saturday.
Then
we got Destruction. I think in a couple weeks. I don't think you have to worry about that at the moment.
And
I think.
Then Hell in a Cell's coming. It's coming 3 weeks.
Couple weeks.
Before you know it, we're going to be at Hell.
We're going to be there before you freaking know it, and we're going to be
Toronto SummerSlam next year.
Yes.
I think we're making the trip, right?
Yeah.
We're making the trip.
Already booked a room.
You really did?
Yes. Well, if I don't have to pay up front, then be like, well, boom, I'm just going to get that just to hold on to it.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough. At the WHPC on Twitter, Facebook.com/World Heavyweight Podcast. We appreciate any of the follows during the
Brace for us, Canada.
The stream. Yeah, we're coming again. All over your face and back.
That's rough. You got to say
Leave
A
a
at the end.
5-star review, folks. If you haven't subscribed on iTunes, you can catch the audio on there. All of those aggregators and things. Just search World Heavyweight Podcast. You know how to subscribe, and just go to the Apple Store. Leave a review. That's how we move up in the world. And then if you want to catch the unedited nonsense as it happens live in all of its glorious catastrophe, follow us on twitch.tv/thewhpc. If you follow and get the notifications there, it can pop up in a little app on your phone, or you can just watch it through the browser. But if you throw those notifications on, you'll know exactly whenever we go live, whether it's just from the house doing some other goofy game shit that you might be able to join in on, or you just want to watch this show live as we struggle to figure out what to say for an hour. you have a couple of beverages, and then you can join the chat and keep us on track.
Don't use your Twitch time for secret time, okay?
No, secret time is not allowed on Twitch time. But I would also like to maybe even do some like hosted we watch terrible movies sort of thing too at some point, because we can totally do that. If you guys, but you guys gotta, you know what has to happen first? You guys have to hit the follow button,
yeah,
and then subscribe, and then say, yeah, that sounds like a great idea.
You could
I'll be there.
You could voice your opinion to us, but if you're not subscribed, if you're not following,
yeah,
you didn't hit the like button.
It just goes nowhere.
Goes nowhere. Falls upon deaf ears.
Exactly. So we'll be back hopefully next Thursday. Same bat time, same bat channel.
Cold
6
beers
PM.
this time.
Hopefully. We'll have to get on that.
Stadler?
Yeah, what?
Is that it?
Yes, it's over. How'd you like it?
I don't know. I slept through the whole thing.
Well, you didn't miss much.